Join us to pledge allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item, the approval of the agenda.
Make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion, changes? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Agenda's approved. Minutes, 7/22/2019. Make a motion on that.
Make a motion the minutes for July 22nd, 2019 be approved as presented.
Second.
Motion is second. Any changes?
Two things that I found on page 2, there's the chief requested, the department will be trading in 3, I think they're 40 caliber pistols, not 4mm pistols. There's no such thing. So I think that's a typo, and that's also in the 4th paragraph as well. I think they're 40 calibers, they're just trading in.
Yeah.
Second thing is on page 5, 3rd paragraph, the bottom line of that, the word lion is misspelled with a Y, it should be L-I-O-N, I believe. The Lions Club, misspelled L-I.
Yep.
Yeah, LIO.
That's what I've got.
Okay, any others? Joe?
Just one other little spelling issue in the 3rd paragraph on that same page, page 5, 2nd line, cupola should be C-U-P-O-L-A.
Anything else, Joe? Zach? No. Okay, all those in favor of the minutes with the corrections, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Next item are citizens' concerns. Seeing none? Oh, yes, Tony.
I don't have a concern, but I would just like to thank the board for their work with the sidewalks. It came out very nice, and I know that got a lot of hassle about it, but it really looks nice down through there, and I see a lot of people walking down through there and so on, so I would encourage you to continue that sort of thing.
Thank you, Jim.
Anything else? Okay, moving on, Hickok and Boardman Insurance Group, Denise Russo. You're Denise, I assume?
Yes.
You'd like to introduce yourself?
Yep.
You don't have to, you already know who you are. You introduce your partner here.
I will do both. Denise
Okay.
Russo with Hickok and Boardman, and this is Larry Newton. He works with our safety company, Green Mountain Safety Consulting. And so we just wanted to provide an overview of our municipal risk management program. And we work with several Vermont cities and towns and offer them a comprehensive program that includes insurance coverages, claims management resources, law enforcement resources, employment practice resources, CDL drug testing options, and employee assistance program options as well. So we really try to make a comprehensive program, and then when we get to Larry, we also include a specific targeted safety training program that Larry can certainly speak on, for each town. I think the towns that have taken a look at our program have decided that there have been some significant cost savings, and that has allowed them to free up some funds to do some other things. One of the towns we work with was effectively able to basically take a penny off the tax rate by switching insurance. And I did put a couple graphs in here that show the top line is the insurance costs with the LCT, and then where the lines just sort of change or break away, that would be the cost with by switching to our program. Certainly cost isn't everything, which is why we really strive to make sure that we've got the coverages in place and the partnership. We work with several municipal insurance companies that specialize in municipal insurance across the United States and North America, and we rely on their expertise. It allows sort of a competitive pricing operation, and we we've been able to, I think, save some significant dollars, but also, I would say, improve the program for the municipalities that decided we were the better choice. I don't know if you have any questions, or I certainly...
Are you saying that Hickok and Boardman will provide the same services as VLCT at a reduced cost?
I am saying that our program provides insurance coverages, it provides specific safety training, and then we have options for CDL drug testing, employee assistance program, and then I think we provide some things that they don't provide. We provide specific workers' compensation claims management that I don't think they do. We have a whole workers' compensation claims department. We have some licensed workers' compensation adjusters that really specialize when the legislature was looking at making workers' compensation cover PTSD for first responders. They provided expert testimony to the legislature on that issue. We arranged to have a workshop for our municipal clients that would apply to, so that they could be out ahead of that issue and make sure they were supporting their staff as well as complying with the requirements. So I think, I'm not going to say I think we provide some better service, but I'm not going to say we provide exactly the same service. There are some things they do. They have a grant program. We do not have a grant program. I think the towns that have made the switch have realized, I think the grant program, I'm not sure, is maybe $5,000 that you can put towards equipment. I think, if you can save more than $5,000, then I think the town can perhaps direct those funds where they want. But I think there's been some talk about maybe a neighboring town that you might have heard of that made a switch last year. I think we were able to save them some significant dollars on their workers' compensation, and I can certainly talk about why that is, but we also saved them some money on their auto and their property insurance as well. So we do try to match the limits the first year that we switch, and then we really try to tailor the insurance coverages to the property and the activities of each town.
Is the neighboring town still with you?
It is,
And plans to continue?
as far as I know. I can't speak for the neighboring town, but I certainly hope so.
What would it take, Denise, to get a quote from you? And give us a chart like you did for these 2,000?
I know your staff has been fantastic. I would say I've got about 95% of the information that I need, and then there's just a couple little pieces that I would need to get together, and then my goal would be to get quotes from at least 2 insurance companies, possibly 3, and then present all of them, but certainly with a recommendation of the best one. I don't know. I think typically the LCT provides the renewal numbers in November, I think. We could try to target that same time. But I think they've been fantastic, so I would say I'm well almost there.
Okay.
There's a quoting process and an underwriting process, but if Larry
Yeah, go ahead.
wants to sort of talk about the
Okay,
the
I will.
safety.
So my name is
the
Larry
safety stuff
Newton,
that you do.
and I work for, I represent Green Mountain Safety Consulting, and we're a partner with Hickok and Boardman. So what we do is we work with towns and try and improve their safety culture. We do training, we do a ton of training, we do workplace assessments. Basically how we start, what I do generally is go down and speak with, usually I start at the DPW and take a look at what they're doing safety-wise, programs, take a look at their loss runs, see if they do have any issues in certain areas, and then come up with a plan on the training, and then just slowly work through that. Safety programs, we can provide safety programs as far as what is required by OSHA. Annual training, there is certain topics that have to be refreshed annually. Just a little bit about my background, I was a compliance officer with OSHA for about 8 years, so I do a lot of site visit type of things for clients, where I'll go into a garage and do a mock OSHA inspection. And then simply present a report, and then the town addresses that, however they do. So I do a fair amount of that. One of our consultants, or actually two of the consultants are CPR first aid certified as trainers, so we do a fair amount of that. Recently, we've, one of our group, she's been certified workplace violence. She started to do a lot of that type of training. So we cover all the OSHA required topics. And actually, I've got a list here of, we call it our roadmap, and it's just basically most of the topics. I think that there might be one or two that aren't there, but this is the type of training that we do. Try and customize it to the client, and what I mean by that is, day of the week, time of day, hours involved. Some clients will do a safety day where they'll bring everybody in and we'll spend 8 hours. Some clients want to do, an hour or two here and there. Sometimes it's at 7 a.m., sometimes it's at 4 in the afternoon. So we try and work with the client, trying to understand it's tough to get groups in, and take them off the job for a long period of time. So as Denise said, there's a neighboring town and there's a few other towns, small towns that we work with. As her handout points out, we work with the City of Burlington, City of South Burlington, Essex. Do a lot of work with the City of Burlington, training-wise.
What's the name of your company again, Larry?
Green Mountain Safety Consulting.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give you a card. You got it?
You got this, Mike?
I have a card. I've got a few.
His contact information is
Anybody
in
else?
the handout that I handed out as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I sort of gave two handouts. One is more broad summary, and then the other one is a lot of course descriptions and a lot of specific detail, which I didn't want to read to you, I guess. That might be not what you wanted, but I think, I think the town's, to be blunt, I think if the town is happy with the way things are and the way it's always been, they're not interested in doing things, and decisions that were made 25 years ago or decisions that were made and we're not going to look at anything, then I don't think our program would be a good fit. But if you're open-minded and you're willing to look, you're willing to give us some time, and it's a true partnership, you're willing to have the DPW folks meet with Larry and be honest and listen to what he says, and then I think I'd love to present the option, and I'd love to be the best fit. So.
Any other questions? Joe?
So, I'm just looking in your larger package here, I see a schedule of Green Mountain Safety Consulting trainings, for example. I gather you also do trainings here at the client site?
Correct.
And are these all part of the package
Yes.
and paid for by our membership as a client in this
Yes.
deal?
Yes, if you wanted Larry here every week, there would probably be an additional charge. But I think the standard typical things that our clients can take advantage of Larry's expertise and still get their work done, that is included.
The list in that larger packet, those are our seminars. So, OSHA has a 10-hour course, and then they have a 30-hour course for general industry or construction. So we do quite often do those at the office in South Burlington, but we also do it on site, like Monash up in Morrisville, Tatro in Jeffersonville. We'll go to their site, they'll bring their people in, usually just before the season starts, and we'll spend a day or 2 days, and the 30-hour course is actually 3 days. So we do a fair amount of those, as well as the planned seminars where you folks could send people up if you chose to do that. But the majority of the OSHA training we do on site. Like we bring our little projector, we'll set up in the garage, I'll set up in the shed out back if that's what we need to do. Again, trying to work with the client and not make it too painful to pull those people off their job, but then still trying to make the training worthwhile and make it mean something as well. So that's what we try to do.
Other questions? Joe?
My recollection, you're probably where we had a monthly of cities and town presentations earlier. They, I think, highlighted some of their HR contributions. And what's your equivalent service in that area?
Depending on the issue. Most of the insurance companies that we work with, like Travelers, for example, does have an 800 free HR number if there was an employee question about proper dismissal or an employee issue. We have a sister company, Hickok and Boardman HR Intelligence, that can provide that type of thing. So, you know, it depends on what type of HR you're looking for. We do have a web-based platform that all of our clients are able to log into, and that has some forms with HR forms, and a lot of people find that, you know, a lot of our clients have, they're smaller businesses, they don't have a full-blown HR department, and they can go on there and ask some questions and get some real feedback. So,
But Hickok and Boardman doesn't have staff to provide consultation in this
we
situation.
do not. I think the clients we have found that the 800 number has been sufficient when they've had an HR issue, particularly around termination, but, yeah, no, we don't.
Anything else, Joe? Dick?
Just one, going back to when we had our presentation from VLCT,
Yeah.
they had on staff also a consultant that would deal with law enforcement liability issues. And that kind of struck home with me that could be a potentially significant risk for our town and any other town.
Any town with a police
So,
department.
what kind of support do you provide there? Or would you propose to provide?
We really rely on our insurance company partners to provide that expertise. Travelers, like I said, you know, they're the largest municipal insurer in North America. So they have expertise, and they provide, they'll provide training, and the city of Burlington and South Burlington take advantage of that training. So we're relying on our insurance company's expertise in terms of law enforcement. And I think the gentleman that came and spoke to you used to work for South Burlington, if I'm
I
correct.
think you're correct.
So, but you know, I would certainly encourage you to contact our other municipal clients and see what they think. You know, we always ask people to do that.
Could you give us a total list?
Certainly.
Clients?
Well, of our municipal clients. I don't know that I want to give you a whole list of all our clients.
Municipal clients, yeah.
Yes, I would, yep, would be happy to do that.
Especially towns of our size, commercial size.
Right.
There we go. Anything else?
Can I ask a Georgia question, Jim? I mean, I'm getting the sense that your organization and the proposal that you're making is substantially different in terms of the relationship that would develop from as compared to VLCT. You are kind of a middleman in this process, and you get us insurance from the insurance company, but don't provide direct services typically. We get those from the insurance company or some other source. Is that a correct understanding?
I don't think so. We are an independent insurance agent, so our job, regardless of what type of client it is to figure out, you know, that client's exposures and needs, and then find the best, if we're talking insurance, the best insurance fit for that. The best insurance fit typically comes along with a lot of other support and expertise, risk management support, law enforcement support, that kind of thing. We have, you know, Vermonters, Larry, we have a safety consulting company, we have our, we have an in-house claims department. So if there is a claim, say there's a, I don't know, one of your town trucks hits a telephone pole, I don't know. You know, there's an auto claim.
Could happen.
Good. We have in-house claims people that sit in either Burlington or Montpelier, and they, you know, they're the ones you call, and they're the ones that file the claim, and they're the ones that act as the, your advocate for that. I think sometimes what can happen with, when it's the same organization that's writing the insurance and paying the claim, sometimes those two things can be conflicting. So.
Other questions, gentlemen? Zach?
What do you offer in terms of legal services? Comparative to VLCT, what they offer?
We don't offer legal services. The insurance carriers that we work with do. They have 800 numbers that can offer free legal services. So,
Anything else, Zach? Mike? All set? Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
thank you.
Denise, will you be sending us something that, once you get all the information? Is that the next step in this? The cost?
Well, I have some supplemental applications that I need to sit down with you and fill out. I need the police chief to fill one out. And then I guess I would sort of look to your guidance for the next step and when you would want proposals. I don't know if there's a bidding process or an RFP, or you would make a deadline and those, I assume VLCT, and I would love to provide a quote and open them up at the same time, or I don't know what your...
The town is a bit policy, but we're also looking at, this is this is a calendar year, right? So January to December, so whatever is done has to be done in enough time that a decision can be made and the process starts on January 1st.
Correct. Yeah. I don't foresee it taking me a long time to get a final price.
But you said you had 95% of the information you needed, so
Yep.
get the other 5%.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Denise. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, next item is quarterly update, Kim Gilbert, Rutland County Solid Waste District Rep.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Rutland County Solid Waste District has had, we only had one meeting since the last time I met with you. A couple of towns were a little slow getting out of the gate, getting their representatives there, so we had trouble getting a quorum. However, looking over the budget, it appears that we had a considerable surplus for the previous year and continue to accumulate one currently. I'll be advocating that get returned to the town, so I'm thinking that it will probably be done on a percentage basis, so we may have some cash coming. We'll be having a meeting in September. We have a couple of issues going on that might eat up some of that. We have the wetlands problem. We put a fence post in the wrong spot above the Phragmites ditch, ditch full of Phragmites, so we have to do something to mitigate that. We're currently working on that. Our treasurer is retiring, so we'll be looking for a new treasurer. And our manager has given his resignation and that he's moving out of the area. And so we'll be looking for a new manager also. Things continue to seem to go pretty well. The Rutland County Solid Waste District has one of the lowest tipping fees in the state. I think that the surpluses seem to come in revenues that weren't anticipated due to a lot of construction that's been going on. When the economy picks up, people start tearing things down. There's a lot of demolition. Killington continues to build and tear down, or tear down and build. Rutland City has had several major buildings go down.
So are you basically, Tim, attributing the surplus to increased revenues?
Yes.
Increased revenue? Okay.
That's kind of where we're at right now. I'll have a little bit more information after our September meeting. And we will be looking for new leadership.
Is that it, Tim?
That's it.
Okay, questions, gentlemen?
Any idea what the balance is on our lease to solid waste on the MRF? I mean, I've heard 17,000, but I've heard that for the last year and a half, so obviously it's not that.
I think
Any idea?
it's either 20 or 21 that we start collecting, that's completely paid off. We start collecting, we have a lease agreement of $70,000 a year. So that balance would be balancing in our favor.
When you say 2021, you're talking July 1st of 2020?
I'm not sure exactly, Bobby, when it is, but it's either 20 or 21. I can find that out more accurately.
Has the district manager, is he already moved on? He's not there?
Oh, no, he's there.
He's there?
And we have a 60-day policy and he's on it.
Any other questions? No, fine. Rick? Joe, I think you nodded your head. You did.
I shook my head.
Shook your head. Zach? Guess that's it. Thank you, Tim. Next item is the fence bid. Town office, Mike?
Good evening, gentlemen. In your packets, you have a bid proposal from Middlebury Fence Company. And just to be transparent, today I received a proposal contract from Cooper Fence. They're late. They were supposed to have this in by Thursday. So by our own wording, they shouldn't be considered. But I'm throwing that out there. So we have really one bid for $16,356 for the fence here at the town office. It's only one, so the decision would be to recommend you accept it or you decline it. And the amount, that's a lot of money, that's excessive.
Wasn't,
And I don't want to give you the bid amount from the other person because it should be considered.
So, what, put it back out to bid and tell them,
we had a budget that was significantly less than $16,000 for this, if I recall.
That is correct.
What is it, Mike? What's the budget?
A little over $10,000.
So your recommendation is put it back out to bid, put you on
It
the
is.
spot?
I mean, it is, and I also, I mean, I don't want to belabor this, but I also had some of our neighbors approach us and say, why do we need a fence? Let's put up some nice shrubbery and stuff like that and not put up a fence. So, you know, everybody has an opinion on it, and, but I think having one bid doesn't really give us an opportunity to be competitive or search for a better price.
Especially if it's outside the budget.
Correct. And now I just gave up the budget to anybody watching. So, but anyway, I think it's excessive. It's not in the realm of being competitive, and we should solicit. I think what we just did this with the highway one. We actually went out and found 15 vendors, and whether they were interested or not, we flooded it. We sent it to them. We put it in the paper and said we went fishing and we'll see what we catch. And I think we should do the same with this and not just rely on somebody saw it in the Rutland Herald or the Lakes Regional Free Press.
So move, let's table
I
this.
mean, there's, you know, I can think of 4 or 5 companies right in Rutland that I'm surprised wouldn't even consider bidding this.
But we followed our bid policy. We put it out in the paper. We put it on VLCT's website. We posted it around town at the post offices in here, and it's just, I don't think it's reaching a broad enough, you know, base for someone to decide that they want it. If they didn't see it in the Rutland Herald, they don't know, or someone to tell them.
So do you have staff available to send out an RFQ to the 8 or 10 vendors in the Middlebury, Rutland,
We just
Manchester area?
We just did it with a concrete bid for
I
15.
would highly recommend we do that. Because I gotta believe, like, well, I can think of 2 or 3 companies right in Rutland that could beat this price significantly.
Well, the apparent thing is that the 2 companies that bid on the last time, this will be the 3rd time we put out the bid, they didn't even bid on this time. They didn't show up for the pre-bid meeting, and they didn't put a bid in. So there's, all total, that'd be 4 vendors. So,
I made a motion to table this.
To rebid?
Gotta do guys can act on it.
Did you make a motion?
I did, I made a
I'll
motion
second.
to table the.
Do we want to table it or reject it?
Oh, do we have to reject it? Reject the bid?
If you want me to repost and get it out there again.
Okay,
Make a motion to reject.
we make a motion to reject the bid on the fence.
All those,
Second.
there's a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now a motion to rebid.
Make a motion to direct the town manager to put this out to rebid.
Okay, 20 seconds, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. That's your agenda there, Dave.
I do.
Next one, Rec Department.
You know, next one would be bids.
Need another copy?
Oh, I guess I didn't miss it. There it is. Okay.
Do that or doesn't it?
I can share.
Okay, heat pump bids for fire and police department.
Well, this one will be easy. Only one person submitted a bid. That goes against our bid policy. One person was on vacation, that's why they didn't bid, so they didn't meet the timeline. And the other one left for vacation and did not submit a bid. So we're back to having one bid for this thing. So once again, with only having one bid, I think this bid should be, my recommendation is rejected. And once everybody's back from vacation and they can actually put the time in, we'll get 3 bids. But the timing of it just didn't work out. And they didn't want, one of them was gonna go on vacation and didn't have time to do it, and the other one wasn't here.
Make a motion, we reject the bid on the heat pump.
Motion to reject.
I'll second. I'll second.
Okay, discussion? None? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to rebid.
Make a motion to rebid.
Your second?
I'll second it. What kind of time frame is my question?
What do you need, Mike?
I just redid the whole thing with a August 23rd due date so it gets before the board on the 26th, and everybody will be back and have at least a week to look at it.
You sure they're gonna be back?
Yeah. I looked at it. So, there's a pre-bid meeting on the 20th, so that they have to be there so we can make sure that they're all bidding the same.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now the Recreation Committee appointment. Nancy Parker, we have a letter, I believe, from Nancy on this. Someone care to make a motion?
I'll make a motion, we appoint Nancy Parker to the Recreation Committee.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion second, discussion?
Yeah, are there
What's the
terms?
term?
Yeah,
What's
what's the term?
I don't know. Mike, you know what the term is?
I don't know if they have multiple different years on that one. I mean,
Is she replacing someone?
and isn't the Recreation Commission?
Just adding?
It's the one.
Commission, not a committee.
Oh, commission.
Isn't there usually vacancies on that anyways?
I think.
They don't have a full, I know they don't have a full meeting every time, they only have 4 people that show up.
Well, can you make the motion to appoint her to the appropriate term?
Okay, I'll make a motion that we appoint Nancy Parker to the Recreation Commission for, what do you want to do, a year?
3.
Okay, for 3 years.
If she wants it for 3 years.
Gotta
Okay,
start somewhere.
Yeah.
motion second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have to sign the tax warrant. Rather voluminous document here. Yes, everyone has a copy of this. This is the original. Got a chance to digest it, gentlemen?
Yeah. Didn't go down easy.
I didn't read the whole list.
No.
Doesn't do you much good unless you know
Yeah,
who owns
it's by
what
parcel number.
Yeah, there's no names.
No, we've
You
already,
don't memorize?
we've already set the tax rate.
Yeah.
That was the last meeting, so this is just to formalize that.
That's all it is, right. Is there a motion then to sign the tax warrant?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Today's 12th, right?
Correct.
All day.
Okay, I guess you can give that to Mike. I'll get your numbers in here. You got this right.
All the ones that need to go back to Karen, we're getting in trouble there.
That's what I said, we better get it right. Manager's update?
I've shared most of the stuff with you guys by email or printing it out, so I had nothing really to add to this that's new.
Okay, all right. Select board comments? Start with you, Zach. No?
I'm good.
Just a couple of questions, Roy, Mike. I assume the state's setting up the things down here to pave on Route 30. What are those big signs set up for? And they got a bunch more Goddards.
Route 30 is getting paved.
So they're getting ready to do it pretty quick?
No, I haven't even been invited to the pre-bid meeting yet, so I don't know. Where are you at, Route 4 or Route 30?
Route 4A.
Oh,
There's one going to Castleton, there's one coming the other way, and there's 6 or 7 more in Goddard's parking lot. Big huge signs, you know, how they light up saying, and there's a couple set up already.
No, they have, but nothing they've notified me of.
Anybody else know what's going on?
Nope, not a clue.
I've
No?
been gone for a few days, but.
I've been by there.
They're not lit up yet, but they're getting ready, because 2 of them are set up on the side of the road.
Now, this is
I'll follow.
4A, Bob, or
Right here, and there's 4 or 5 more big, huge
on the
buildings.
corners?
Right
or
where
where?
Goddard's set up in Goddard's parking lot, so
Oh.
something's gonna happen pretty quick.
Yeah.
They were doing painting, but that's all I know they're doing.
Nobody knows?
No,
Okay.
I'll follow up and let you know.
I'm just curious.
I doubt they're paving 4A. They just did that.
Oh,
No,
no,
they're not paying for it.
No, but you know how they go off the side roads when they do something?
Yeah.
I'm just curious, you know? I figured you guys would know. When they ground down the stump at the green next to the Federated Church,
Yeah,
They
they
got it.
came as a fence.
they got into the thing, you know about it? Okay.
Is it? That's it.
Right up in us.
Yeah, okay. So you got the message? Yeah.
Okay, which way are we going?
Perfect.
Dick, you're all set?
Fine.
You're fine, Dick, or Zach? Good. Okay, guess that's it. We're on to warrants for approval.
You make a motion, we approve warrant number 0812 for $102,090.69. Warrant 0808 for $6,081.22. Warrant 0801 for $9,672.93. 0731 for $38.50. 0725 for $7,558.83. 0808P for $17,267.49. 0801P for $17,606.55. And warrant 0725P for $17,040.86.
Second. Okay, motion second. Discussion?
Not really discussion, I just wanted to make sure it's in the minutes that, in the first warrant 0812, Rutland County Solid Waste, it actually cost us, our net, we had to pay $794 for a month of June, July, for $794.11. I just want to make sure that everyone knows in the minutes that we are now paying for recycling. We're not getting a credit. In other states, not this state because it's not legal, but in other states they're charging for recycling now. Just so that, I wanted it in the minutes so that it's on public record.
There's one place in Vermont that's, has started that conversation about charging for recycling.
I'm not saying we should initiate the conversation yet, I just wanted to make sure that it's starting to get out there in the public eye that this is not, it's still cheaper than throwing it away in the waste bin to recycle, but it's not free anymore.
And that doesn't count glass.
Yeah. How do you get around the law is what you do, you have to charge more for the trash. You have to
Yeah, because you can't charge for recycling.
come along for the trash, the recyclables come along with the trash.
Yeah, if you're in it.
You produce one, you're gonna produce the other.
And glass is, that letter I just gave you guys was a response from Rutland County Solid Waste District about the glass. We haven't got resolution on it, but whether or not we can keep stockpiling it up back without having to remove the labels on it and crush it smaller. If we aren't able to do that, or it's cost prohibitive to do that, then it would go into the recycling stream, which would add to that deficit that we're currently experiencing.
Other questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Saying aye. Motion passes.
I'll make a motion to approve warrant number 0807P for $682.97. Number 0731P for $682.97. And number 0724P for $682.97.
I'll second it.
Motion second, discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Stay.
And I'll make a
To
motion.
recuse, actually.
I'll make a motion to approve warrant number 0709P for $342.62.
I recuse myself. Is that in there? I didn't have it.
I'll second it. You didn't have what?
That warrant, I didn't see that.
It's on the front page.
I know it's on the front
Oh,
page.
here. She's looking for the actual paperwork there.
We'll know it when we see it done.
That's what I thought, yeah.
You gotta call the question.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. No, I'm trying to keep, yeah, it's fine. It's good.
Don't forget to sign that one.
Thanks.
Haven't found it yet, Dick.
It's not there, huh?
Not there. Unless somebody else has it.
Well, you're looking for a total of 11, right?
For a total of 10.
I thought that last
find
one,
Jim.
342, we did.
Well,
at
let's
the
see how
last
many you wind
meeting.
up with.
I thought we did that at the
It's
last
possible
meeting.
to,
You had one at the last meeting. I don't know what the dollar figure was.
it's possible that Jim signed it and didn't realize it. too.
No, I was. I'll pull up that one.
Yes.
So it says 11 warrants for approval, but I count 12.
But
So
this-
everybody's
We
wrong.
haven't done this in that.
No,
If that's the
no,
one.
no.
You count 12?
I got
No.
12.
Yeah, it's to be approved by
He's got
all
12.
except Blamey.
Zach's got 12.
Okay, okay, I'll just change that at the top.
Public education, call it math.
What's that new, what are the common core now? Is that what it is? Had someone attempt to explain that to me once and they said, nah. I can do arithmetic, I will.
So it wasn't any of these, it's that those aside.
Got some more, you still signing? Is that good?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I've
No
got.
idea who that is.
42 either.
I guess Customs Rescue Line.
You don't have
I
anything?
think we had it the last meeting.
Two more.
I did not recognize that individual.
Zach, do you have You have that
I think his
342?
truck is there,
Yeah.
so there's an officer on scene.
Force is there.
You have,
Last one.
you have 342 for him?
No, I haven't gotten it.
You don't have it either?
No.
I don't
I
have
do
it
not
either.
recognize
I
that
don't
person.
have it in my packet, and I haven't seen it in this stack.
Doesn't mean it shouldn't be there, I just don't recognize it.
What's the decal on the side of that?
I can't make it out, it's some sort of stripe.
I think it's a repo company.
No, that's probably, that almost looks like fishing games.
Crest or something? Maybe the fishing game.
I don't know. I don't have my pager with me, so I don't know if we have the collars on it. First response, may I have a rescue call?
Do you have that for just?
I do not. No, we don't have it. Oh,
I just noted it here. You don't want
Mention
it.
these.
Okay.
it's in the minutes we approved it. We just haven't signed it.
I think you did here. You're not getting paid twice, you're really not.
That's it?
One more?
No more.
No more?
Or do you have?
At the counter, we let you do that one.
I was getting the ones on the board cover page.
That'd be swell. There's 10. There's more floating around on this. There you go.
Let's go through and check it out.
It was on last
Give me
last
your
week,
numbers and I'll just check
the
it
last
out.
meeting. It was on last
The
meeting.
numbers up top.
342.62.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, it was on last meetings,
That's what I thought.
just what you saw, yeah.
So it's a cut and paste it.
So,
So there should only be 11, but we only got 10.
But I don't know if I had a copy of that.
got 10.
You want to note on here which 10 we got?
Well, here, list them off and I will
Go
check
ahead.
them off and we'll see which one.
We're missing.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Whoever's got it.
Tim's got them.
Oh, okay. 0808. 0812. Oh, wait a minute, this may be the other one.
Oh, is there two signed?
They were, yeah, they were,
Take it together?
Steve,
That's all the
no,
same.
that's all one, that's all one, that's a big one. Yep. 0801, 0731, 07331P,
0731B.
P,
Got it.
P, 0801P, 0725P, 0724P, and 0807P.
I see we're missing 2.
The last one, 342, we don't have that, was done last meeting.
Yeah, according to
We're
the,
still missing 2.
we're missing 0725 and 0808.
No, we're missing 0808P.
That's what I got. Okay, well,
Okay?
that's
I'm
fine.
sure we'll get it corrected tomorrow
Let the
morning.
accountant straighten it out.
Get it corrected tomorrow morning, Dick. Okay, we have one more here that we have to do. You wanna do this, or
I think I'll recuse myself.
you
from
accuse
this.
yourself? Okay, Zach,
This,
do this
one
one?
of these is gonna wind up on my belt, so.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve purchase order number 043077 to Levitt Communication for 6 monitors and 1 programmer in the amount of $2,101.
second. This is for the fire department?
For the fire department.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion of this? Just
One of those, yeah, just
There's a
radios.
new pagers, minute or 6 pages, we buy a certain quantity every year. And it's time.
I just thought that was a
So,
spelling it. So, I'm
She
sorry.
found a supplier that these are significantly cheaper too, so they're able to get an extra one for what we normally would have paid.
We
So
normally buy 5, and we're gonna get 6 for the same amount of money.
Should I amend the motion to say that they're pagers and not monitors? I thought maybe whoever wrote this, maybe.
No, they're minute.
Okay,
Minute or 6, that's a Motorola minute.
okay, all right.
Okay, we had a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Dick recused himself, please. Okay, we're down to group brief recap and items for follow-up. Do we have any? Jack, what have you got there, Jack, on that yellow pad?
I guess we're looking to see what the sewer capacity is for our current plant.
Yeah, what the sewer capacity is and what the average flow is. How does the flow compare to the capacity? Isn't that what we want?
Is it, you want to know how far we can expand this? Is that what the question was?
Yeah, that's the bottom
Number-
line.
Okay.
Same question that Mr. Bruno asked last year, you were right about that, Joe.
And then we also want to know what is happening with V-Trans on 4A. Is that a sidewalk project or?
No, where Bob was saying there's signs, I don't know what's going on. Because if it's something that's going to impede traffic, they didn't let us know, and I'll follow up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Somebody said something about it might, something to do with Rooney's cave-in, maybe?
Rooney's what?
Cave-in? I have no idea.
David?
I have no idea either. That was what was mentioned today to me.
Okay, I'll find out, and I'll let you guys know.
Don't know.
Anything else? Seeing none? Okay. Next is executive session. Do we have anything on personnel, Mike?
No.
No. Do we have anything on real estate?
No.
No. Okay, so we need a motion to go into an executive session on labor relations, contracts to include Joe Bruno and town manager.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're in executive session.